Well, Art Makes Columbus Week. It continues this morning, and we are talking about the 100-year anniversary of the Harlem Renaissance.
Here to tell us about it and how they're celebrating the week is Columbus Museum of Art's Nanette Macy-Jews and Harlem Renaissance artist Trip Fontaine. Sorry, it's kind of reading way over there to read.
Do you want me to catch you? What's going on here?
Morning, guys.
Thank you.
Morning, how are you guys?
Here. Nice to see you. We'll start with you.
Okay.
Nanette, tell us what's going on at the Columbus Museum of Art.
Well, in October we open I Do Sing America, the Harlem Renaissance at 100, and actually this is the name of the whole celebration, but it's also the name of the museum show that we did with Will Haygood. Will is the guest curator, and it's been an incredible, and this is the book, the companion book. I promise Will I would not call it a catalog. It's a companion book, but it's written by Will Haygood, so it's a Will Haygood book. So
and Will was in with us not too long ago when we were talking about his amazing new book. So the Harlem Renaissance itself, what does that all entail?
Well, the Harlem Renaissance is really it sort of is launched in those years immediately after World War I. And also you know, African American soldiers coming back to the United States after having served their country in a war abroad. And so there's this new energy, this new desire to bring African American culture as an integral part of American culture. And it starts really with the writers and the poets and moves to the performing arts and into the visual arts. And it goes, the heart of it goes up to really the Depression, but our show takes the wave all the way to World War II.
Trip, you're an artist, correct? Yes. Tell us what you do, and then you took a trip to Harlem, right?
Yes. My name is Trip Fontaine. I am a spoken word poet, and I was one of the artists selected to represent Columbus and Ohio as a whole throughout this campaign. And we were blessed to take a trip to Harlem. We got to see a lot of historical sites there. We got to visit Langston Hughes' home. I got to visit New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We got to visit a jazz museum as well. So it was a very humbling trip. I got to meet Dougie Fresh also.
Because Harlem's kind of hip now. I mean, it's a nice part of New York.
Yeah, it's a lot of changes in Harlem, and so we took a trip there to kind of get, you know, some of the culture from the horse's mouth, if you will.
So how did that inspire you and change your works?
Oh man. So the New Eurekan Poets Cafe is like a staple in spoken word poetry. I mean, anybody has heard of this place, and so to have gotten not only to go there and perform there, but to meet the management and hear how that place has evolved and shaped spoken word and just the poets that have come through there. My mentor, Jay Martinez, as well as just about every other tenured spoken word artists that I've met have told me stories of that place. So getting to go there was legendary. I got to, again, meet Dougie Fresh, and I got to rap for him in his living room. So that was like life-changing. I felt small, like very small, to meet like a hip-hop pioneer and be able to, you know, get guidance from him and critique from him. It was humbling. I'm definitely doing a lot of writing based on my experiences there.
Excellent.
Excellent. Well, so what can we do when we go to the museum? How long is this going to be taking
It opens the third week of October and runs into January.
Great.
And it'll have paintings, it'll have works on paper, it'll have photography, and also what we call print ephemera, because Will is a writer, so we wanted the book and magazine culture during the Harlem Renaissance just exploded. And so that's a really important part. One of the fun things is that in addition to James Vandersea, who is sort of the legendary photographer of the Harlem Renaissance, there's also going to be wonderful vernacular images. There's a collection in New York where the collector he collects vernacular photographs, everyday photographs, the kind of photographs we all take.
Nanette, I got to cut you off. We got to go to break.
Great.
Thank you guys so much.
No, it's fine. Come see us.
And
come to your trip.
Thank
you, Trip, too.
After all, you're only human. After all, don't put